Welcome to CryptoCoins, where we review the best coins for you.
Hey guys, quick question for you. Are you tired of missing out on 100Xs? Well, I've also got the solution. Go ahead and join our Telegram group down in the description below where we do early callouts of potential 100Xs. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at BDAG or BlockDAG. We've looked at them before multiple times on this channel. You know, there's a lot to say about them, honestly. It might be one of the most infamous stories in crypto regarding, like, is it real? Is it all just hype? You know, because there is a lot of hype around it too. And there's a lot of people who have given them their money, and it's taken a while for it to get to launch at this point, but a lot of people are still invested. A lot of people still believe in the hype. Where, you know, you'll have to make those kind of decisions for yourself, which is why right here at the beginning, I'm gonna remind you guys that I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, simply here to bring you different forms of entertainment. You know, sometimes it's gonna be crypto, AI, Web3. We've done chair reviews. You never know what you're gonna get, but bottom line is always do your own research. Never let anyone on this side of the screen tell you what to do with your money, especially because I should also mention that we are sponsored for this video by BlockDAG, and so, you know, just putting that out there, making it completely transparent. But I'm also going to be as honest with you guys as possible, just so that you guys know where I'm coming from on this project as well. Now, starting from the very beginning, in case you've never heard of BlockDAG, what it is it was inspired by Bitcoin and Caspa. It's aiming to be the world's most advanced layer 1 blockchain. It's a cutting-edge proof-of-work algorithm that's going to deliver industry leading speeds, unbeatable security, as well as high decentralization. It is built for the future, and BlockDAG can power many different things, including everyday applications all the way up to enterprise grade DeFi protocols. It is aiming to give people the power to mine just basically from anywhere with a simple app that's free. It's their X1 mining app, but also it's trying to make it really simple by selling these devices that are strictly for mining. You can actually see them here. We'll kind of just dive right into that, but the goal is to make it possible for everyone to mine, everyone to get into crypto with relative ease, and hopefully be safe while doing so. So as you can see here, there's multiple different miners ranging from X1, which is an application that you can just get on your phone, all the way to the X100. Obviously a bit bigger of a beast. It can mine up to 2,000 BDAG a day. I've heard that, I believe I've seen in the past when I looked at it, that it can also be utilized to mine other things as well. But don't quote me on that. You know, if this is something you're going to actually spend $1,500 on, make sure that you're actually researching it and seeing what all it can do. You know, all the device information that you might want to know about it, and, you know, just research it to the fullest of your abilities. But moving on from that is the pre-sale. So obviously their pre-sale is live. It's been live for a while now. It has an interesting way of going about it. They are doing sales stages where there's going to be approximately 45 stages, and the project is currently at I believe 21 or 22 at this point. You know, this is at this current price point, you're still looking at potentially in regards to where they're going to launch, at least a 10x. So it's, you know, a potentially good amount to still get in on. That's what they are emphasizing for sure. You have its current value slated at 0.16, I believe, is what you can buy it at. Yeah, 0.0016 is where you can buy it right now. Now, obviously, at each stage of this, it's going to increase somewhat. with an intended listing price of 0.005, I believe is what's going to be 0.005, and a predicted price of, after it launches, they predict that it's going to be around $10. Now, that would be life-changing amounts of money, and obviously, like that much of a jump, if you've invested enough into it, can completely change the lives of anyone who's invested into it. I mean, you can think of, there are safer bets out there, things like Bitcoin or Ethereum, that are going to just in general be good, reliable ideas where you can pretty much guess that they're going to just keep going up for quite a while. Could earn X, you could earn maybe 100, 200, 400% back on your investment, whatever you put in. But the issue with those is they're already so high up that you're not going to see much in return over a shorter period. And even then, like even over the longer period, you're kind of limited in how much you're going to get back per your own investing. However, whenever you work on or do projects that are newer and not at such a high buy-in price point, there can be significantly more gains to those, simply because you're operating with higher amounts of the product, and then those higher amounts could eventually shoot up to a higher price. And once they do, every bit of that, every single one of those coins worth that you now own has went up exponentially, and so therefore you've made a lot of money. BlockDAG is claiming to be one of those products. You also see people do it with like meme coins, where they made an astronomical amount of money because they bet on the right horse. But in this circumstance, BlockDAG is claiming that they are going to be one of these next big ones to get in on. Real quick, we'll look at how BlockDAG's price is determined. Various factors determine the value of crypto in general, such as supply, market demand, availability, adoption, and liquidity, to name just a few, along with investor sentiment. The batch 1 of the pre-sale price was at 0.001, and it's proceeding to batch 29 with a price point of 0.0276. It claims here. I will say, I don't know if that's going to be accurate, considering they're at batch 21 and it's only at 0.0015. If so, that's still a chance for it to really shoot up. If it is true that within the next 8 batches it's going to shoot up to that much, that's already huge gains, and they are claiming it's going to get up to 0.05. So, it's possible, but just, do your research, make sure that you believe those claims, and it will increase per batch gradually. Batch 30 plus details will be shared on the official BDAG website accordingly. However, BDAG's pricing is influenced by user interest and engagement, and that's where a lot of this is subject to change, right? Like, you might see sentiment be high, and therefore the value of it and what they predict it will be higher. Now, as that wanes, or if it wanes, the value of it could be lower, and that's just simply how crypto works in general. But some other things to have of note here: will I receive an invoice for my BDAG miner purchase? Yep, all your hardware purchases will be sent along. An invoice will be sent along with the shipment. And how to see the coins you purchased: you'll just go to your wallet you use for coin purchase on their website. Once you connect, you'll check out your coin balance. Now, as far as actually purchasing goes, that's going to be relatively simple. Up here in the top right of the screen here, you will see buy now. So you'll go ahead and click on that. Now, as you can see, it asks you to connect wallet. So I'm going to connect mine. And once you connect your wallet, this is what the screen is going to look like. You get a lot of different stuff here. This is the home page, shows you your current rank, shows you different stuff, including your total BDAG balance, what it's going to be worth at launch and your total earnings, all of that stuff. But as far as actually making purchases, you can purchase both the miners here and BDAG itself. Here you can see the miners where you can put those in and select the amount you want, but we'll look at BDAG itself. Right now they've got a buy beat vesting going on where 100% of what you buy will be available at launch. You can see, so this is going to jump up on that next batch. Supposedly it's going to jump up from 0.0016 to 0.029. So that is quite a significant jump once we get to that next batch, which it is getting a little bit close, or yeah, it's remaining 6.02 million. So once they hit that next goal, which will be, I think, 30 million is what they're looking at. But anyways, as far as purchase goes, you can see here they do have a minimum amount to purchase, and you'll put in the amount that you want to do. So 42 is the minimum for that. But it'll also give you different amounts of BDAG. It'll actually show you, depending on how much you spend, how much BDAG you're going to get. So like for $5, you would get 3.12 thousand BDAG. But for 42, you'll put that in, and then you'll just hit buy coins. Whenever you hit buy coins, you'll get your confirmation and all that stuff, and that's kind of it. You just hit buy coins and then you're done. Nothing too complex here in regards to the purchasing of BDAG. Really, it's just up to you to determine whether the hype around BDAG is worth it. You know, whether you think, you know, there's a lot of impressions about them online. Some people think they're a scam. Some people think they're the next coming of like Bitcoin. So just keep an eye out, put your ear to the ground, put your nose to the grindstone, actually do some research, figure out whether this is something for you or not. But if so, this might be one of the last times to really get in and make some decent back money on it. I'm not suggesting to do one or the other. I'm just saying you should probably check it out for yourself and, you know, get your own impressions on it. But that's all I have for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.